This is all about Africa's leadership deficit. How does the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu compare with the government of the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, ASUU? Let us go. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became Nigeria's president in on May 29, 2023, and immediately turned Nigeria into hell for Nigerians, declaring the non-existent fuel subsidy gone. And not long after that, all other subsidies are gone. He devalued the naira. So, with inflation hitting the roofs, Nigeria has been turned into hell from day one that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became Nigeria's president. Yet, with all the hyper inflation, economic instability, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is paying workers less than living wage. So if workers are not well taken care of, who else is well taken care of in Nigeria by the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Other than the fraudulent claim of transferring funds to indigent households and creating loan mentality in Nigerians, student loan, workers loan, and all manners of loan, while refusing to pay workers living wage. And workers must threaten strike and go on a warning strike and go on actual strike before Tinubu can attend to the welfare of workers. So Nigerians are generally miserable. And worsening mass abject poverty is fueling criminal activities. And so insecurity is the order of the day. High-profile persons are being kidnapped and abducted, including the deputy governor of Kebbi State. 6 defense ministry directors, 6 of them have just been abducted. So who is secure? Worsening mass abject poverty, coupling worsening insecurity. That is the Nigeria run by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How do you compare? How does that compare? All of that compare with government by ASUU leadership? As from 2012, ASUU has been turned into hell for ASUU members by ASUU leadership. In 2012, the leadership amended the constitution of the union. The leadership by itself amended the constitution of the union to be taking 2% of each ASUU member's monthly salary as a monthly membership subscription. Salary percentage of workers as membership due. Workers union. What is the duty of a workers union other than to meet, to call a meeting and decide on infringement on workers' rights and entitlements, and decide a course of action? That's all. It's not a business organization. So what is a workers' union doing with a percentage of each worker's monthly salary monthly? At any rate, ASUU leadership amended the constitution and empowers itself to be extorting from source, to be taken from source 2% of each ASUU members' monthly salary monthly as monthly membership due, membership subscription. And to increase or decrease the 2% as the leadership alone deems fit. There's no reference to ASUU congresses, but the leadership alone, because they know if they take it to the conferences, it will be chaotic, to say the least. So, but they use the power. You want to call it power of incumbency. So that is what the hell is. And so 2% of each ASUU member's monthly salary monthly has been going to ASUU leadership since 2012. And in 2024, unfortunately, most unfortunately, ASUU leadership deemed it fit to increase the 2% to 3%. So, since 2024 till date, ASUU members have been losing 3% of their monthly salary to ASUU leadership. So, compare that with the fact that the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not satisfied with fuel subsidy is gone. All other subsidies are gone. But moved further to impose 15% fuel import due added to the exorbitant fuel price arising from fuel subsidy is gone. So ASUU leadership increased 2% of 2012 to 3% in 2024. In the same way that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is adding 15% import duty on fuel importation. So unlimited greediness of rulers. A scandalous thing coming from the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, the apex academic workers union in Nigeria, embodying scandal. Because I've said I don't know anywhere in the world where membership of a workers union is charged by salary percentage. Meanwhile, membership is equal for all members. Obligation should be equal for all members. But salary percentage is not equal. 2% is not equal amount of money from every member because the members are not earning the same salary. And the union has no justifiable reason to charge percentage of salary as membership due. To do what with that magnitude of money? Turning a workers' union into a multi-billion naira organization at the expense of the workers. At any rate, that's not the end of the road. As from 2013, ASUU leadership has been taking a bribe from government and calling it End Academic Allowance of the Workers. End allowances of workers should be calculated for each worker and paid to each worker as end. But now, the ASUU leadership has been taking bribe from government and calling it End Academic Allowance of the Workers. Well, the money is shared to the workers lopsidedly as decided again by ASUU leadership. And so ASUU leaders and their cronies become automatic multimillionaire each time the bribe is taken from government, while giving pittance to common members. So common Nigerians or common ASUU members, like common Nigerians, are in hell in the hands of ASUU leadership. And you see, Tinubu came and turned Nigeria into hell. Abode of hunger and insecurity. Physical insecurity arising from mushrooming armed bandits, being fueled by worsening mass abject poverty. So, beyond the foregoing, the bribe being taken by ASUU leadership has been in lieu of the implementation of the 2009 agreement, bordering on welfare packages and increment of salaries for the workers, academic and non-academic. Unfortunately, it's ASUU leadership that's the arrowhead of the bribe, called End Academic Allowance, shared with the non-academic unions, which leaderships also which leaders also become multimillionaire once the bribe is taken and shared lopsidedly to workers by the leaders, who take what they want and give out what they want. So it's miserable. But what is to be underlined here is that ASUU leadership is the arrowhead of the bribe, and that is why it is called End Academic Allowance, yet shared with the non-academic unions. So you see, pure bribe. So ASUU leadership is impinging both on the salaries and allowances of ASUU members, the most miserable workers in the world. Because I don't know any other workers union charging membership fee by salary percentage and taking bribe, calling it end allowances of the workers. Rather than allowing workers, so now preventing workers from taking their legitimately earned allowance from their employer, the government. So, ASUU members losing a percentage of salary to ASUU leadership. They will say to the union, which union is the leaders, and ASUU leaders don't account for anything. They amended the constitution to say that any member who is interested in how ASUU leadership is spending the money should go to ASUU secretariat to ask for the books. So, that is the situation of Nigeria. African leadership deficit. Nigeria ASUU members are not less miserable than Nigerians in the hand of the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the point I'm making here. So when they want to deceive the whole world, they'll be blaming government, but they collude with government to be getting bribe rather than end academic allowance of the workers. They amended the constitution of ASUU to be extorting a percentage as membership due. So opportunism, power, abuse of power. Yes, because and they use Machiavellian policies to cow ASUU members. Yes, dictatorship mechanisms applied to ruling ASUU. as to ruling a country. That's the mystery. So, and if this is coming from ASUU, what do you expect of the larger society? A bundle of scandal, unfortunately. So the future of Nigeria, the present and future of Nigeria are endangered. So Nigerians are in danger economically, security-wise, and otherwise. And there's nowhere you turn, you find good. There's hardly anywhere you turn and find good leadership. Unfortunately, God have mercy on us.